as you can see, my island has pretty much gone. There is a reason for this, and don't worry, it's not bad, but today we are essentially going to be taking this little spawn block and turning it into something insane, okay? So stay tuned to see exactly what that is and what it looks like here in Minecraft Skyblock. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back into a brand new episode of Minecraft Skyblock. Today, of course, we are back here on the best, most insane, most recently reset Skyblock server, AkumaMC, back again for another episode in this season. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, my original spawn island has been destroyed. It is no longer with us. It is completely gone. We no longer have that. And there is a reason for it. We're going to go over that here in just a little bit. But essentially today, guys, we are going to be working on our spawner system, our first spawner system that we are having here on the server. And it's going to be essential, really, for our island's progression, because it's going to create some passive income for us, you know, while we're grinding up all the skills and everything like that. That's all cool, well and good. But essentially, it's not going to be as useful money-wise as the spawners will be. So I'm excited to do that today. And there is a brand new bundle and... what was I going to say? Bundle and crate in the store, okay? So we are actually going to go ahead and open those today as well as give some away. So it's going to be a good time. Let's get stuck into this video because there's a lot of building I need to do today because we essentially have to make a lot of stuff. Now, the first spawner that we're going to focus on today is actually going to be our, like, island grinding, like our, not necessarily grinding, I guess, but our island AFK spawner, because we're going to have two separate ones. So ones that my island uses and then ones that are public. And the ones that my island uses are going to be super important, of course, for our island progression, but it basically is going to have a grinder and an auto kind of mob spawner on it because you may as well do two things at once, right? Now, for this, we are going to go with the typical 9-chunk design that we have used in the past. Now, I know it's technically not the most efficient, but it is the easiest way to do it, and I figured we'll start off easy. If we need to get more complicated with it and we need to expand it, then that's fair, and we will do that. The only thing that is slightly annoying is that our spawn block is just randomly in a corner here. It's not really specifically, like, anywhere. But that's okay. We can work with it. So what we're first of all going to do, okay, if you guys are looking to build a spawner, this is going to be like the easiest one to build and probably the most efficient for most of you as well. The first thing we're going to do is we're actually just going to block out the entire chunk because we are essentially, like I said, we're going to be doing two things in one today. We're going to be doing our grinder and our actual AFK spawner. So this is basically for the grinder part because obviously we need a floor if we're going to have a grinder up here. So the way to look at this spawner, okay, like I said, it's a 9-chunk spawner, but it really only takes up one chunk of space. It's just you got to optimize it to be able to, you know, actually be in these separate chunks that we're trying to target. So for example, right here, this is one chunk. This one middle chunk is a chunk. Then we've got a chunk here, a chunk here, a chunk here. You guys get the idea. There's basically a chunk surrounding every single corner. Now, essentially, when you get enough upgrades to your island stats, you're going to find this bad boy right here, which is spawner AFK radius. Now, when you max it out to its, you know, its highest potential, which essentially we could probably do right now. Actually, don't know if we'd have enough. So, well, I guess we'll do it one more at least. Okay, we can actually max it out. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Our island AFK radius now for the spawners is 16 blocks. So essentially, we're going to have spawners in every single part of the chunk right here on all of the chunks surrounding it, and you're going to be able to AFK it from this one central position. Now, like I said, this spawner will probably change as the season goes on because there are certain requirements that we might need for certain things, but this is a very, very basic spawner, and it's a very simple one to put together. It's very, very easy. So we're going to go ahead and now just kind of put the areas... Oh, I forgot to turn off fast place. Nice. We're just going to quickly now put the areas where we're actually going to store the spawners, the hoppers, and the auto cell chests. The only one thing that we might actually struggle today is actually auto cell chests, because I don't know how they're usually actually pretty rare to get, so I don't know if we've even got enough to do this today. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. But essentially, you're gonna have spawners placed in you know, every chunk, like I said. So we've got all the sides covered. Now you just want to basically cover this area. So let's just go to right here. We'll take out these blocks, these blocks, these blocks. So those are the two in the new chunk. Actually, going to do it slightly differently just to make sure that we actually get all of the area of the chunk instead of just a little bit. So that is going to be how we do it there on the corners. I guess just for visualization, I guess we'll go ahead and even these out. So that is in its simplest form. If I didn't do this one in the wrong place, in its simplest form, this is essentially what you're looking. Those spawner placements will cover every single chunk around this, and indeed, of course, you'd have one in the middle as well. We're actually going to delay the middle one to be the last one that we do, because if we're going to have a blaze grinder in this chunk also, we kind of don't want one in the middle for right now, because it's going to take away from the hoppers and the auto cell chests. So let me check my island storage. Let's see if I actually do have any auto cell chests and hoppers available. All right, perfect. We actually have exactly what we need here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 there, because obviously it's 9 chunks. And then of course we'll just want 9 regular chests to pair up so that we make them into double chests, because that is essentially all we need to do. So let's go ahead over here back to the spawner. Again, on every single one of these, you just want to do this. You want to chuck in a couple of chests. So 1 chest there, and then we're going to of course have the auto cell chest here, and then you just chuck in a chunk hopper on the chest. Now, as long as it's in the relevant chunk that you're aiming for, then you're going to be good to go. It doesn't really matter where you place it, as long as it, again, is in that chunk. The spawner placement is going to be slightly more important, because obviously if your spawner is too close to the edge of the chunk, then it will just spawn and eventually drift. Some of the mobs will drift into another chunk, which can cause you a little bit of efficiency issues, overloading hoppers and all sorts like that. So you kind of don't want that to happen. Okay, so officially, that is pretty much the spawner setup done. Like I said, we will technically have another one in the middle here, because that will be something that we do. But for right now, we kind of don't need it. I am actually going to put one here just because if anything does fall into this middle chunk, then we obviously do not want to get scammed. We do not, we basically just don't want to lose all the money. Now, in order to do this, you will have to have a few island stat upgrades, because we have essentially hit limit on hoppers by doing this. So yeah, you will need a couple of those upgrades, but it shouldn't be too many. And honestly, if you're at the point where you're building spawners, then you've probably already got the upgrades. So spawner placement, like I said, is going to be somewhat important, because you're essentially going to be stood right here. You need to be 16 blocks to activate the spawners. Now, obviously, this gets a little bit complicated if the lower down you put the spawners. But I guess I kind of am going to avoid what I said earlier about, having enough space between the spawners and the new chunk, because like I said, we kind of have an overflow right here anyway. The issue will come a lot worse if we essentially put it out too far and then we're not AFKing them from this middle spot. Now, of course, this spawner is built specifically for spawners that have fire scrolls or can have fire scrolls. So we're going to go ahead and place some original ones right here. So I guess it doesn't really matter where we start. I'm going to start right here. We'll try and keep them, all the same spawner for now, but you will see pretty quickly how this will progress. So get all of these in, make sure that we put in these scrolls as soon as possible. And just like that, we have active life here. Now, you guys will see we've sold 160 into this auto cell chest. This auto cell chest hasn't actually caught any right now, so it looks like they are somewhat staying in the chunk that they're meant to be staying in. Of course, it can technically overflow right and left with that placement. I think for the most part, I honestly don't know. That might count as this one right here. We'll have to see. But basically, you guys will see that, yeah, see, this one caught 160 of them. This one hasn't caught any yet. The middle one hasn't caught any. So it can overflow from chunk to chunk, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. See, this caught 480 there. If it does become too much of an issue and they are just spawning way out, then maybe we will pull them back. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to pull them back one, actually, on either side. We're kind of doing a little bit of trial and error here. Like, this will increase the radius that you are from that center block. So basically, it means that you can't go as far down with these spawners, because obviously the further down you go, the further diagonally you'll have to get to the AFK radius. I don't know what the exact math is on it. If anybody knows, and anybody knows exactly how far you'd have to be or how many you could go down, then that'll be awesome. But we'll kind of just trial and error it until it doesn't work type thing here. That should make less spill into these other ones, because obviously if we have spawners here as well, we don't want it to then spill into the middle chunk, for example. We'll do a one out on every side. Now, you do kind of want to avoid putting them completely next to each other. By that, I mean you wouldn't want to put another stack right here, because it does actually hinder the spawner's ability to actually spawn the mobs. So yeah, you do not want to do that really if you can help it. All right, so there we go. We got 3 sets of spawners placed down already. I think we actually do have some more over here, so I'm going to collect those up and get those placed. Now, of course, we are going to have some spawners more than others. Like, we've got a lot right now of villagers. These are spawners which I will place right now, but they will probably get replaced very, very quickly with higher tiers. Kind of as and when that happens. Just something to know that obviously you don't just want any old spawner in here. You do want the best available ones. I'm pretty much only going down to villager right now because that is, we just don't have the quantity of the other one. So we may as well fill this whole thing up as much as we can is basically what I'm saying. So I think for now, what the depth I have these at is probably the max we want to go to right here. So I freaking fell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 is probably the max depth we want to go with, to be honest, right now. Because like I say, there will be a point where you essentially just aren't going to be AFKing them from the middle, and I don't want to hit that point, because at that point you are just wasting spawners, especially if we already have, like, if we have all this space around the outsides, there's literally no reason to be wasting spawners. But from this place right here, you should kind of notice that the mobs are going to continue spawning. They will indeed fall down. Obviously, if we are not up here grinding blazes, for example, which is obviously what we're going to have, then I would probably rather have an AFK spot like right here, because the further down you go, the less distance is going to be to these lower spawners. Now, the money this season from auto sell chests actually goes to the island bank rather than in the auto sell chest itself. So with that being said, we can take a look in the island bank right now, and we have already made 1.9 billion. Now, that might be over some different spawners that we've also had placed as well, so yeah. But our bank is unlimited, so that's not going to fill up. We essentially are just going to make a whole bunch of money in here. So that's good. That's exactly what we want. And just like that, we have our first 9 chunk spawner built for the season that we can now AFK and hopefully make some easy money from. So it is bundle time, okay? We are going to go ahead and purchase this 3 times candy box bundle from the store for 50 bucks, and I'll let you guys know once it comes through. Also, it looks like in this bundle, there might actually be a brand new V-kit in here. Yes, the Cupid V-kit. Now, we actually have neither of these, so we are going to end up getting 3 Cupid V-kit shards, but I guess if we go for another one of these bundles in the future, then we should probably redeem the Valentine's one, because I don't have that unlocked. So as we wait for this bundle to come through, I'm going to go ahead and announce that, of course, we are giving away also this 3 times bundle, okay? Now, like I've mentioned before, if you guys have a Twitch subscription or a YouTube membership, then make sure when you're in the giveaways Discord, you look for the exclusive channel that you guys will have, which is going to include extra giveaways, okay? So make sure you take a look at that. But yes, guys, today we are giving away that 3 times bundle. If you want to be in with a chance of winning it, then all you need to do is go ahead, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your username, and then join the giveaways only Discord link down below and press the enter button on the respective giveaways. Like I said, if you do have that membership or the subscription, then there will be an additional one for you guys in the additional channel. So good luck, and make sure you have completed all those requirements, please, because there are a lot of people that don't complete the requirements and then they get rolled, and then I have to freaking re-roll them, and then it's a bad time. All right, so don't let that happen to you. So let's get all of this stuff opened up, because there's going to be a whole bunch of really, really good things in this bundle. So let's go ahead. We actually get ourselves a lot of good books in that bundle. We get skill boosters, mining boosters, fishing net consumables, XP boosters, dark soul consumables, lumberjack consumables. This is a really, really good little bundle that we've got going on here. We've got a lot of pet eggs there. Got some villager spawners. I don't know if that was actually from that or not. We've got a lot of airdrops. We got, of course, the V-kit shards. We've got some V-kit clusters, some robot eggs, and a farmer's touch consumable as well. So a lot of really, really good stuff here. Let's start by opening up these V-kit shards and seeing whether we can indeed get the unlocked forever that we've been hoping to get on these V-kits. Nope. One-time use for the first one that we open right there. Comes with a legendary robot egg, though. That's very, very nice. Lots of XP in that as well. Lots of these beautiful things. An enchant fragment, which is an interesting thing, which I haven't yet explored, so we'll be doing that soon. Next attempt, shall we? Cupid V-kit. Come on. We need to get this unlocked forever right now. This is a brand new one. I'd love to have it on the first time we try. No, we do not get it right there. That's okay, though. We will continue working. And we will get our last attempt right here at unlocking the Cupid V-kit for right now. Come on. We need luck on our side for this one. Unlocked forever is what we're looking for. Another one-time use. All right, that is a rip for sure. We've been doing very, very bad on V-kits recently. We have definitely got some kind of a curse going on. We've not unlocked a V-kit in trying for a very, very, very long time, it feels like. Right, so we've got a lot of V-kit clusters here. I'm going to go ahead and just get these open. These aren't going to give us anything like insanely insane, but they will juice our balances, give us auto sell chests, iron golem spawners, money packages, spiders, robot eggs. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that wasn't even that bad. I was expecting those to be like horrible, but actually they were pretty good. They gave us some spawners that we actually do need, so we'll always take that. We've got a gladiator rank, some pet eggs, zombie spawners. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. Auto sell chest is always useful as well, because we always tend to freaking run out of those, if I'm being honest. I'm just going to spam the rest of these open. Maybe we get something cool. You can get coupons in these. Money packages, random consumables, auto sell chests, Valentine's. I think we just got an extra weekly crate there, and we did. That is not bad. We also got a V-kit shard Stella right there. So that is that's actually pretty cool. Now, I can't remember if we do, but I don't think that we have that V-kit shard unlocked either. I think this is the one that we also failed. So if that is the case, oh, never mind. We do have it. Okay, so that's a nice thing that we can sell and get ourselves a little bit of money if we need to. Right, on to the Valentine's cluster. Okay, the Valentine's cluster is going to be the most overpowered crate that we've had yet this season. What are we hoping to get from this? I would like to get an upgraded auto sell chest. That would be cool, so we can get slightly quicker sell times on that. Obviously, Guardian spawners would be insane. We'll take the Cupid V-Kit shard as well. Of course, we would take a $100 or $500 coupon. I mean, I guess we'd even take the $20, to be honest with you. But let's get it open and see what we get, shall we? Let's just open the first one here and see what we can get our hands on. Please be something big out of the first one. Value generator. All right, well, we've had a couple of value generators here on the island. I guess that's not a bad thing. I don't honestly know how good these value generators have been for us. Probably not good at all, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think they've actually really done anything. Well, that's okay. Next up, next Valentine's cluster. What do we got? Anything good coming out of this? Hopefully something nice. XP booster, 3 times. 3 times XP booster. Not bad there. If we're grinding for XP, we'll take it. It will help us, I'm sure, in some way. Skill booster, 2 times 30 minutes. That's actually clutch. We're going to be able to use that to increase our levels on one of our skills. I'll probably use that one on mining when we go crazy with the mining consumable. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. 128 spider spawners. All spawners are welcome at this point. As you guys saw, we're not really full up on the spawner. So, yeah, all spawners of decent tier are welcome. I will not complain about those. Next one, what do we got this time? 2 random generators. Let's see what they end up being, shall we? Let's see, we got a value generator and a gem generator. Interesting. We definitely do not have a gem generator apart from now. So, oh, we can't have more than 2 because we've actually run out of slots on the island. But that's okay. We'll figure that out because that should actually probably be quite beneficial. All right, second to last one for right now. We'll see what this one is going to pop out. We are going to get 32 robot eggs. Honestly, once we get a whole robot system set up, that will probably be valuable to us. So that's not too bad. And the last one for now, we're going to get ourselves 15 fortune scrolls. These are to go ahead and apply to our robots and can indeed give us bonus drops. So that is pretty cool. Honestly, a very, very nice opening right there. We'll take all of that. That was good stuff. We will use pretty much all of that, to be honest. That was indeed a nice little opening. So, as you guys can see, we kind of have this just new blaze spawner going on right here on the island. To be honest with you, I'm not really going to mess with this too much because, you know, we need to set up the other one, but it's a little bit of a task to get the whole water going just to make it look nice and not have blazes all over the place. But to be honest with you, this one's functional. Now, we will be sorting out the island warp as well so that probably actually, I don't know, by the time you guys see this video, we will probably have the island warp sorted. So if you want to visit my island, then you can come and grind yourself some blazes. I think that'll be set up by the time you guys see this. If not, then it'll be very, very soon. But guys, that is going to be where I go ahead and end off this video. If you have enjoyed it at any point and, you know, maybe you found it useful with the spawner setup, then let me know down in the comment section and leave it a like. If you're not already subscribed, please make sure you do that. A large majority of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so it could be you. Double check that you are. Guys, that is going to be it from me today, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Skyblock here on AkumaMC.